Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So I'm fresh off of, a very rewarding early morning workout. You dig what I'm saying? So I figured, man, why don't I be extra productive and go and get me a video in real quick? You feel what I'm saying? But I wanted to talk about what's next for Devin Haney. He has options. Just had his first fight at 140. Incredible performance. A lot of people were left impressed. The exact opposite of what we saw with Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos. And I thought that was good for the sport, for people to see a highly talented fighter like Devin Haney, who, of course, Shakur Stevenson is also highly talented, to see a different side of the coin, somebody who's actually out there trying to win and, trying to actually put on a great performance, show the skills, but, be dominant as well. So I thought that was good for the sport, and, he beat Regis Prograis, became 2-division champion, now the WBC champion at super lightweight or junior welterweight, however you want to call it. And he has options, man. There are 3 other champions in the division. You have Teofimo Lopez, who is a very formidable opponent. He has history with Devin Haney. Devin Haney has been calling for that fight for years now, since they was at 135. It's funny how tables turn. Teofimo Lopez did everything he could to play Devin Haney to the left and try to disregard any of his accomplishments and downplay him and shun him, to the point where fans even started to pick the shit up. Other fighters even started to piggyback off of that. It just shows you how fake and phony and how much less of a real champion these guys really is. Because if you can back that type of jargon, if you can back that type of narrative, bro, you're not a fan of boxing and you're not a real fighter for real. Because how can you try to discredit a fighter to keep them from being mentioned with you so you won't have to fight them? That's weak. You dig what I'm saying? So it's crazy how tables turn now, because Devin Haney has accomplished more than Teofimo Lopez, undisputed. Now he's also a 2-division champion, and now he right back on your motherfucking heels, and you gonna have to see him. But nonetheless, Teofimo Lopez put on a phenomenal performance versus Josh Taylor, and you got to give him credit for that. And he's also accomplished a lot. Unified champion at 135, defeated Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez has done a lot, man, and he's shown time after time that he's willing to at least challenge himself. So you got to respect that. You have Subriel Matias, the IBF champion at 140. God, to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, man. Look, I like Matias, man. I think he's a very tough guy to beat. I think he's a dangerous fighter. He has power and he has a chin. Got nice speed. He put his punches together. The way he throws his punches remind me of Better BF. Like, Better BF don't really sit down on a lot of his shit, but his shit just be thudding and fucking sharp and hard as fuck. And them bitches hurt. You feel what I'm saying? But Matias, he don't have the defense of a Better BF. I don't think he has the boxing ability of somebody like a Better BF. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm feeling like he's getting a lot of hype and credit for shit that, he beat Urkashev. Urkashev was undefeated with, hella knockouts and shit. I think he was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? High knockout ratio. But who did that dude beat, if we keeping it 100? Matias ain't really been tested versus no real skills for real. He ain't never had to fight nobody with great footwork, with great distance control, with a great jab, with great head movement and hand speed and timing and reflexes and athleticism, and got offense on top of all that. He ain't never seen no shit like that. I like Teofimo Lopez versus Subriel Matias. I like Devin Haney versus Subriel Matias. All great fights, but these guys are sharp when it comes to offense and timing and countering. And when I look at Matias, man, he don't got no defense, bro. I mean, let's just keep it 100. You know, the dude, he come forward and he block punches with his face. You know what I'm saying? He block punches with his face, and he just looked to wear you down physically and mentally, put pressure on you, which is very tough to deal with. But when you fight a guy like a Devin Haney who has dealt with pressure fighters before, who has dealt with power punches before, who knows how to take your best weapons away, who doesn't crack under mental and physical pressure, who you gonna actually have to beat. You can't just rely on them to fold. You feel what I'm saying? Or quit. Because they've been at this level before. You dig what I'm saying? So I gotta see Matias in there with somebody like that before I just crown the motherfucker and say he's like, because you know what this shit remind me of? Back in the day, I say back in the day like this shit was decades ago, but when Lucas Matisse was killing shit at 140, knocking motherfuckers out, hitting, barely grazing motherfuckers, and they dropping and shit, making motherfuckers quit. You dig what I'm saying? Or Marcos Maidana. Now, Marcos Maidana, he actually was, he was really like that. You feel me? And he showed you on multiple different levels that he was really like that. But even Marcos Maidana showed you that a motherfucker who come forward with great power and, awkward punch variation and angles that he throws his punches and all, you know what I'm saying? Who tough, who get knocked down and get right back the fuck up. Even he showed you that you get in there with a superior boxer like Floyd Mayweather. I mean, it ain't too much you can do. Even when you go balls to the wall and throw caution to the wind and throw every shot, even knees and elbows, and try to bite motherfuckers and shit, you still end up losing. So, and then you saw Lucas Matisse, he got outboxed by Danny Garcia, and after that, he wasn't the same no more. You dig what I'm saying? So, I mean, this shit remind me of that. A motherfucker with power who just come forward throwing punches and blocking punches with their face. So, like I said, no disrespect to Matias, but I gotta see more for me to just act like everybody's scared of this dude. Like, who the fuck he fought? So, and then, you got another champion, Rolly Romero, dude who, he was gifted a title. He lost to a guy who was 65 years old, got dropped, and was gifted a title. Like, it was literally a gift, bro. Like, the dude, they robbed the old man so bad, bro. The shit was so crazy. But nonetheless, this dude on paper got a fucking belt, right? So, those are the champions that Devin Haney could fight and unify with like that. Also, you have Ryan Garcia, who is a top name. It's a money fight, like Devin Haney said. I done already accomplished everything. I'd have been undisputed. I'm a multi-division champion. And right now, I just want the biggest and the best fights that's going to make me the most money. And he deserved that shit if we keep it at 100, because Devin Haney done took more risks in the last 2 to 3 years, 4 years than any other fighter I can think of. You feel what I'm saying? He done sacrificed more, done took more risks, done put himself in at a disadvantage more times than not, and came out on top every fucking time. You feel what I'm saying? So he deserved that. You have Tank Davis, who is at 135, fought at 140 before. The reason I ain't even really gonna talk a whole lot about Tank Davis, because we know what that is. He got to send a contract. Ain't no use of talking about that unless he send a contract. These other guys, Devin Haney can be proactive and make these fights. Like he the A side versus Lopez. He the A side versus Matias. He the A side versus Ron Garcia. He the A side versus Rolly Romero. He can send them guys a contract, and it's up to them to take that shit. You feel what I'm saying? He can negotiate, do business with the other sanctioning bodies, and try to parlay and make a unification match. That ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's up to them guys, though. And them guys has, Ryan has ducked Devin before openly. Teofimo Lopez has ducked Devin before openly. You know what I'm saying? Rolly Romero has ducked Devin before openly. Feel what I'm saying? Subriel Matias, we got to see. You got 147 they talking about. Now, this is the least likely option, in my opinion, because you just got the 140. If you look historically, if you look back on the great fighters who have, went through weight classes rather quickly, let's take Floyd Mayweather, for example, since, a lot of people like to compare guys like Shakur Devin to Floyd. Floyd had 3 fights at 140. Won him a title. He fought Chop Chop Corley, Sean Bay Mitchell, and Arturo Gatti at 140, and then, went to 147. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't even stay at 147 that long till he jumped up to 154 and fought Oscar De La Hoya. So, you know, guys have moved through weight classes quickly before. For Devin Haney, I think, you know, at least have 2 or 3 fights at 140. Don't just have one fight on some Adrian Broner shit like when he fought DeMarco at 35 and then skipped over a whole weight class and then went to 47. Nah, don't do that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, fight, you know, get you a unification match. If you want to go for Undisputed, do that. You dig what I'm saying? And then move to 47. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, let's keep it 100. We know Jerron Boots Ennis, you know, he's looking like a generational talent. So you don't want to get up there so soon right now because that's who they going to pair you to fight. You know, and I don't think Devin Haney scared. I don't think Devin Haney feel like, oh, I can't beat this dude because once he get up there, he going to have good size on him and it's going to be a boxing match, you know. But I think Devin Haney should work his way up to that division. You know what I'm saying? And if Boots Ennis is still up there, when he get up there, shit, that's what it's going to be. You got to go get yours. You know what I'm saying? But I think by the time if he do this shit right, by the time Devin Haney actually get to 147, Boots going to been ready to, you know, he done unified, been ready to go to 154 because he's a big guy. And I can see Devin Haney fighting at 54. So everybody that's trying to pair Devin Haney and Boots Ennis together, they will likely fight at 54 if that fight happens. But those are the options, man. Me personally, I think, you know, he should go after Lopez if Lopez is willing. Because I think that's the biggest fight that includes a title. I like the Subriel Matias fight, but again, I would like to see him fight the winner out of Richardson Hitchens and Jack Catterall first. See how he look against these dudes while y'all hyping him up and shit. See how he look against one of them who got boxing ability. And you know, Devin go fight Teofimo Lopez and then, you know, try to get the Ryan Garcia fight. That's a name. You know what I'm saying? And then fuck around and get Subriel Matias up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And see how they go. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about the options that Devin Haney has? What do you think is the best option? What's the most likely option, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.